Boom! UFC 4 Requis with the world's toughest physique, the wingspan of a pterodactyl, the fists the size of giant crushers, no leg day required. Requis' legs get training through simply supporting his body. These size 16 feet have trampled across the lands of his victim. Aaron Yeager and the Rumbly ain't got shit on Requis. The Titans had to swim to get to their location. Requis parted the seas with the sheer force of his presence, and his next victim is Anthony Rumble Johnson. Yo, alright, so we're back here over on some UFC 4. In a while, it's been about 3 weeks or so, and there's actually, I don't think there's a UFC event tomorrow or anything. I always try to do these like towards the weekends and stuff, but also, by the way, before we get started, if you want some more Requis, leave a like on this video. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys would want, and yeah, let's get to the destruction. Predict the fight, first round KO, of course. This fight ends by KO in the first round. He hasn't led us astray before, and I don't think he's about to now. Deliver on your promise. Or what? What are you gonna do? Requis delivering on promises is about as guaranteed as you taking your next breath. You can take it no problem in the safety of your home, but you won't take another in front of Requis.
No match for you.
Oh my goodness, I just threw a couple uppercuts. Holy shit, man. Oh my! They need to start adding like Mortal Kombat X-ray things on here. Like even if they can like do their best to try to make it as quote family friendly as possible without it getting insanely. Dude, does anybody remember the struggle of trying to censor Mortal Kombat videos? People came up with so much shit because it's a known thing that whenever you have like blood in your thumbnail, like a decent amount of blood in the thumbnail, it's not necessarily just the blood. It's the amount of blood on the screen and the fact that the system, YouTube itself, their system is able to flag videos that have an overwhelming amount of red in the thumbnail. So I would do all sorts of stuff like as soon as there was like an X-ray thing that zoomed in on something that could have shown more blood, I would turn it black and white or some shit like that in order to try to avoid it. Oh my god, you shouldn't have leaned into that. Really shouldn't lean into that. Please stop. I'm gonna throw it at the body now.
Work with your hands.
Oh! I was leaning at the body.
Hey,
oh! Ruptured his spleen! He's keeled over! Why don't you take a Pepto for your tummy? Oh! And some NyQuil! I don't really know what's up with the next card. I think the next card is Volkov versus Rosenstruik, but I have no idea who's actually gonna be on the card. But the card that I'm looking forward to most is the one that's after that, UFC 275. Glover Teixeira, the champ! He actually beat... I cannot believe he beat Jan Blachowicz like that. I mean, I went back and watched the fight, and I also forgot that he managed to hurt Jan on the feet, which was very, very surprising to me. I didn't expect him to do that. Obviously, I know that Glover is a good boxer and everything like that, but his strength is, well, his overall old man strength, where when he gets a hold of you, that shit is dangerous. Go to the heavy bag just for fitness. Versus my favorite fighter at the moment, Jiří Procházka. This guy is a fucking madman, and I remember telling people when he was gonna fight Dominic Reyes, I was like, that's my fucking boy, I'm telling you right now. I got a handful of fighters that I'll always support and enjoy and shit like that, even just based on their styles and overall just how I like how they carry themselves. Tony Ferguson being a good example. Like how he's always up for a challenge, didn't make any excuses for his loss to Chandler. For whatever reason, people were under the impression that he would be some kind of sore loser or something like that, but nah, he took that shit, said what it was, and you know, he moved on and he took the positives from that fight. And I don't know, I really enjoy that about a person that can actually learn from their losses instead of being like, you know, coming up with a million different reasons and excuses. So I really appreciate that, especially after seeing like his one round where he's definitely not gone. We saw the old Tony there. I love it. But anyway, this isn't about Tony. Procházka stylistically is one of, if not the most entertaining 205er I've ever seen in my life. This dude, he's the size of a heavyweight too. It's insane. Jiří Procházka must fight at like...
Yes, that punch damaged.
Okay, apparently I failed. Okay, well, we'll see how much I failed. It says land 3-strike combos. I clearly punch him in the face with a jab, straight jab combo, and it says that it didn't count. So, okay, we'll see what counts. We'll see how it counts. Oh, Clay's injured. That's interesting. Usually Clay is the culprit for fucking up these sparring sessions, but that time around, it's just a game being dog shit. Didn't count anything. 1, 2, 3. Not counting anything, but if I keep swinging, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Why is it that I have to punch 6 times in order to get a combo? Makes no sense. It's counting in the middle of my combos as if it's stringing them together. And that's not the case. I can completely stop and it's not counting 3-strike combos. The most tedious, most broken bullshit I have ever seen, man. UFC 2 and 3 are just infinitely better. It's not even fucking close. Now, I'm gonna talk about that Jiří Procházka and Glover Teixeira fight like way later once it actually gets closer, but I am insanely excited for it. Obviously, I'm nervous for it because I want Jiří to win. I don't know if I see Jiří holding the belt for a long time considering the way that he fights. Like, he's just gonna get checked one of these times. It happens, and we didn't even complete our workouts there because the game wants to give us leg kick challenges on a character that doesn't leg kick, so not my fault, that's the game's fault. How they expect you to do front kicks when your character doesn't have front kicks. Really, really good stuff right there. Great design. All right, so let's spend our points here. Kicking speed, kicking power. We could probably get 2 more kicking power. Boom, boom. All right, so we got a 4-star kicking power. So if Requis does decide to actually use his leg, he's literally gonna kick people in half. Also on that card is Valentina Shevchenko versus Tyler Santos. But we gotta fight this off right now! Anthony Rumble Johnson, prepare to be rumbled! All right, touch gloves, man. I do enjoy me some Anthony Rumble Johnson. Wrestling, kind of, you know, mediocre, but... Oh my god! My uppercut training was, something... Oh! Oh my god! Flash KO with a straight! It's getting ridiculous! The power! I don't even know why I'm acting surprised. Of course he went out with a tap! A glancing blow separates him from his consciousness! Who are you throwing an overhand at? Blow! Watch this shit! Oh my goodness, he was thinking he could actually trade blow for blow with Requis. And then he faceplant! Holy shit, it actually was like 20 seconds. He didn't even look like he got damaged. I mean, other than his brain, but holy shit. This man entered the Requis domain expansion! Once you enter this domain, a single connection to your chin sends your consciousness to the graveyard. Grim Reaper can't even salvage what remains. God, I don't know what he was thinking. He got knocked down with the initial punch that Requis threw, and then right there, he just, I don't even know how to explain that one. That was insanely dramatic. That actually reminds me of the Yuri Prohashka KO a little bit. Obviously, Yuri hit like a spinning elbow against the cage. Like, the punch and the area doesn't match the exact same, but the way that they both fall forward, just face plant. Valentina Shevchenko versus Tyler Santos, like, I think Shevchenko is clearly the best women's MMA fighter on the planet. She is the women's GOAT. Personally, I think that if she goes up to 135, even though she has, quote, lost to Amanda Nunes twice, I believe she actually did win the second fight, but whatever. I think a lot of people think that, to be fair. I personally, even though it's 2-0 for Amanda, I think it's 1-1, but whatever. But Amanda lost. Amanda doesn't have the belt. So what if Shevchenko decides, hey, I'm gonna go up to 135 and take this free-ass belt off of Juliana Pena? And I'm sorry to sit there and disrespect Juliana Pena like that, but it actually, I feel like, would be pretty free. One thing that's out of line here is that we're saying that Juliana Pena is the champion. So anything can happen. Juliana Pena, in fact, for sure, without a doubt, beat Amanda Nunes. So anything is possible. So counting out Tyler Santos is probably not really fair. But I'm sure Shevchenko's not looking past her, especially as a newer contender. She has length, she has height, she has good amount of power. Ciryl Gane. I really don't want to knock out Ciryl Gane because he's probably my favorite heavyweight, but yeah, I'll fight him. Nice big challenge, stylistic challenge for Requis. Big power punchers would definitely have an issue with people like Ciryl Gane. Just like Ngannou was having a hard time, he could not touch. And I mean, he could not touch Ciryl Gane at all. The guy that we know as the crazy knockout artist had to resort to wrestling in order to do anything about it and beat him. He beat him fair and square, but he had to wrestle. No one is touching Ciryl Gane in the heavyweight division in the stand-up. No one. It's not even close. Oh my god. Personally, I wish it would, like, kind of let you get, like, unorthodox a little bit, where, like, usually your character can do, like, a double jab, usually as, like, a combo that's, like, actually a string with animations and stuff. Obviously, the way to do it at a high level is to, like, you know, feint and shit like that. Don't throw anything, feint, lean, move heads and shit like that. But, like, for example, how Jared Cannonier, after he ended up hurting Derek Brunson in the clinch with his elbow, he ended up throwing a backhand. It was just a lead back fist. So he rocks him with the elbow, and then as he's backing up and bringing that hand back, he just swings a backhand like that. Like, I wish you could just do random shit like that. It would look weird, and it's probably, you'd run into a whole bunch of, like, weird problems where people would figure out some crazy broken combo that would get people stuck or whatever. It would be really fun if you could actually go, like, really unorthodox with things. Sure, there's characters that have, you know, unorthodox skill sets and shit like that. Like, Dominic Cruz has, like, a cool, like, head movement and swaying and shit like that. But, oh, we got overhand bonus. You already know what's gonna happen to Clay. I'm sorry. Oh, he dropped him! Being stars, we'll see! Boom! Who's seeing now? Fuck you! Stars light up at nighttime because they fear the darkness Requis has brought upon the universe. Partner injured. Good. Fuck him. And then Zhang Wei Li versus Joanna. A rematch of literally the best fight that we have ever seen in women's MMA. And one of the best of all time. Crazy the amount of memes that were going around and shit like that. Like, just so many highlights in that fight. It's non-stop action. It's just competitive. Joanna's crazy, like, swelling up head, mega mind type shit. Joanna is still one of the greatest strikers we have ever seen in women's MMA. She needs that respect. I know people didn't like her whole demeanor with, like, I'm the best, nobody's gonna take this belt from me, blah, blah, blah. But that's just how you gotta be, you know? That's That's just how champions are. I'm the best. Gotta believe you're the best. First round KO. Is it ever gonna get any better? I mean, obviously, Ciryl, if you were to run into Requis in real life, he literally would have just punched your skull clean off of your body. All that footwork is for fucking nothing when you're just decapitated. You might be able to dodge it, but the air itself will rock you. How do you front kick combinations? Like, that is so fucking stupid. We don't have that. Now, why would you want Requis to have a front kick? Do you want him to kick your heart out your chest? Level 2 elbow. I mean, it says it's a level 2 elbow, but literally it's a level 100 elbow because it's connected to Requis. If you think somehow the unpadded elbow doesn't hurt nearly as much as his padded fist, just by a rule set, imagine Requis in bare knuckle. Seriously, actual bare knuckle. Oh, no wraps, none of that shit. Straight bare knuckle. On the street! Anyone touched by his knuckles would be horribly disfigured. Dude, I'm sweating my ass off hyping this shit up. Oh my god. Whew, it's hot. I came back from the dentist, man. That shit hurt. I know it sounds a little almost patronizing, but I asked my dentist if it were possible to get some sort of like actual dentist kit so I could just do it myself instead of them. They're like, I wouldn't really recommend that. It's like, yeah, but like your tools seem to work so much better. Like instead of me having to be stuck with flossing and just brushing and shit like that, why can't I have that cool drill certified thing that like sprays water with like a really sharp edge or whatever so I can do it? That shit seems as soon as they put it in there, black doesn't stand a chance. What the fuck is my little floss gonna do? Give me one of the drills. Right there, I'm throwing a 4-strike combo, but the other times I'm like locked into a 3-punch combo. It's so strange. I'm starting with the lead hand and it just doesn't let me sometimes. It's so strange. Those 3 fights on that card are actually a banger. Holy shit. Strange how they have this whole card here with all of the fights listed, but they don't have any of the fights listed for whatever the Rosenstrike is like next week. Oh, Francis Ngannou can teach us the haymaker now. I mean, we already upgraded the overhand, right? But
Nice work in there. Nice.
Oh! Yeah, so we're losing a 4-star overhand for a 1-star haymaker, but I mean, it's still gonna drop people. It literally doesn't matter. I tried to watch some videos on like if it was possible to actually KO people with a Stockton slap, and it is possible, but it is insane. Like, it does less damage than a jab, even at 5-star. That's not even how the KO actually happened, though. They can't even replicate how that KO happened. Look up the Korean Zombie versus Yair Rodriguez elbow finish. It's one of the craziest finishes we've ever seen. It happened literally at the final second of the fight in a KO that I have never seen done that way before. Yair literally dipped down and then threw an elbow like this, and it caught the zombie as he was over-swinging past him. And obviously KO'd him because he didn't see that shit. It's time to get shut off, okay? Touch gloves. Good. Wait, he didn't touch gloves. Where's the movement at? Whoa!
Most effective.
Oh! That's 1-star, ain't it? How'd it feel?
Back to the
Oh! Oh! Oh, you're spinning on! Crush his guard! Where you going? Oh, oh, shit. Oh, you going for the wrestling?
Now go.
Oh, okay, okay. Get back up. Ground and pounding starting shit, DC. You wouldn't be able to touch me either.
What a great job of really overwhelming his opponent activity.
Oh, body kick. You like that?
Strike rate.
Boom!
Huge right hand.
Did you think once we got to the ground this was gonna be easier for you or some shit? Get back up. Don't be afraid. Here, I'll slap some sense into you.
Yeah,
There.
the Godfather would be like both legs.
Boom! Haymaker level 2!
Wow, massive uppercut.
Oh, he dropped us.
What a fight.
Okay, Ciryl. Okay, gonna give him some respect. Gonna touch gloves yet? Okay, good. Now you understand. Give me the respect. Yeah. Oh, I don't give a fuck! Head kick!
Oh, he might be.
Oh, the straight! Overhand! Haymaker his neck! Oh my god!
Here tonight.
Boom! Oh my god. The haymaker seems to be a little less, like, curved, and it seems to come out a little bit faster. I don't really know the difference between the two of them. The haymaker is obviously a more sloppy version of this, like, tight overhand, but for some reason, it feels like it comes out quicker. I'm sorry, Ciryl. Yeah, some highlights in there and shit, but Requis was simply giving you a little bit of hope so he can rip it away from you. And then let's figure out who our next opponent is. What have we even beaten before? Alistair, we're not going to do that. Your chin, let's not do that. It's literally going to be worse than the Ngannou fight. Speaking of Ngannou, but we don't need to shut you off again. We already beat the shit out of you in training. Rosenstrike. I mean, he's fighting soon. Do we really want to do this to him? What did he... I'm going to skip him. Who else could they give us? Could they give us some sort of dark horse here, man? Someone that is kind of interesting? Really? Okay.